before the new year, and we've got non-conference hoops. The Riverdale Lady Falcons travel to the mountaintop to face the Upper Sandusky Lady Rams, and you can catch all the action live and free next.
Hi, I'm Joe Balogh. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
Josh Banks welcomes you inside the Spherion Mid-Ohio pre-game show for some Monday before the new year non-conference hoops here at Upper Sandusky High School, joined alongside Coach Joe Balogh for Riverdale at Upper Sandusky. What should be an absolutely phenomenal girls basketball game, Coach.
Yeah, if you look at the records of both of these teams, they come in both with very similar records. They both play in pretty competitive leagues, and Riverdale coming out of the Blanchard Valley Conference, Upper Sandusky, of course, in the Northern 10. So it's a good matchup before the new year comes in for two teams that are both wanting to compete for league titles in their leagues.
And not just league titles, but we're getting to that midway point of the season. Teams are going to start looking ahead. Both of these teams, looking at the districts and the regions that they're in, are going to have a really good shot to, potentially make a deep tournament run. And this is a huge test for both of them as we get closer to that time of year.
Well, this should be a game that, would affect a team's RPI when those rankings come out, which will be in about the first week of January. And then you'll see kind of where teams are ranked and, where they could position themselves as you get towards the tournament draw. So this non-league contest will play a factor in the RPI rankings of both of these basketball teams.
All right, Coach, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at those visiting Riverdale Lady Falcons. They are led by head coach Drew Bostic. They come in at 7-3 on the year, 2-0 in the conference. Their most recent win, a conference win over Macomb, and their most recent loss came to an N10 foe of these Lady Rams in the Cary Lady Blue Devils. They're averaging 50 points per game. They allow 34 points per game. They shoot 41% from inside the arc, but only 23% from behind the three-point line.
Well, you mentioned those stats, but maybe the most impressive stat I came across was, well, there's really kind of two. One, they're averaging almost 16 offensive rebounds a game. So they're getting a lot of second chance scoring opportunities. And they also lead their league in assists, averaging almost 14 assists a game and almost 12 steals a game. So those are three stats that are also impressive. And as you mentioned, they're at about a plus 11 as far as margin of victory. So as you mentioned earlier before the broadcast, is when they've won games, they've won by big margins.
When they've won games, they've won big, and when they've lost, they've been pretty tight contests. Yep. Now, a lot of those stats you just gave are because of our player spotlight tonight. Yep. She's only a sophomore. Marissa Bonham, she averages 9 points, but how about 13 rebounds and 6 assists, and then I believe you mentioned 5.5 steals as well.
Yeah, I mean, her presence around the basket, the other thing is she hasn't shot a lot of threes, but I think she's 10 of 18 from the three-point line. So as a sophomore, those are tremendous stats in leading this basketball team. So it might be interesting. I would assume that maybe Ellie Ham and her are going to match up inside. That may be a crucial matchup in this basketball game to see how Ellie can handle her inside. But for a sophomore, those are some outstanding stats.
Well, and then how about we'll talk about her sister, Mariah, who we found out when we got here tonight is 4 points away from 1,000. Yeah. She, I want to say, is second or third in the league in scoring, and she does a great job on the glass as well.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned that offensive rebounding at 16 a game. When you're getting 16 second chance opportunities, you're probably assuming if you make 50% of those, that's at least 16 points a game, and that's a huge difference in a winning of a team winning a game and losing a game.
Absolutely it is. So we're going to flip over. We're going to take a look at the home-standing Upper Sandusky Lady Rams. They come in with the same record, 7-3. They're 4-1 in N10 play. Their most recent loss came at the hands of the Shelby Lady Whippets, but they've also won 2 in a row, including a very decisive victory here on Saturday. They're averaging 46 points per game. They allow 39. They shoot 47% from 2 and a much higher 32% from the land of 3.
Well, and they like to use the three-point shot as a weapon in their offense. I mean, the last game that I did here, I believe they made 13, and I think Ava Romich came off the bench, and I think either had 5 or 6 threes. So if they're able to shoot the basketball like that tonight, they're going to cause a lot of problems for the Riverdale Falcons.
And one of those players, she's the reigning N10 Player of the Year. She's their senior leader, and she really helps this offense flow. That's Grace Walton. She averages 13 points a game, 3.6 assists, 4.1 steals. She's top 2 in steals, top 5 in assists, and top 5 in points as well in the N10.
Yeah, the only thing that Grace maybe hasn't done as well as she did a year ago is shoot the three. But a lot of that is because teams have focused defensively on really trying to contain her and control her. So she's seen a lot of box and ones, a lot of triangle twos the last 2 years, and sometimes that wears you down. But the most impressive thing with Grace is just her composure. She plays with great composure, doesn't really rush at things or force things, and really works to get her teammates involved. And that's why Upper Sandusky continues to have great success in the girls basketball program.
Yeah, and now we're going to take a flip back to Riverdale. We're going to take a look at the keys to victory for those Lady Falcons. Looking at numbers, looking at stats, I feel like they're going to have to dominate the glass, which they do regularly. And again, you stated it yourself, they do a really good job of sharing the rock.
Yeah, I mean, they do, you look at those stats, 16 offensive rebounds a game, almost 14 assists per game. Those are great stats because that's what team basketball is about, is sharing the basketball. So if they do those two things tonight and kind of dominate those two stats, they will probably have a lot of success.
And on the flip side of things, for those home-standing Lady Rams of Upper Sandusky, their keys to victory, hey, they want to run. They've been a team that wants to run all year, but you're running into your counterpart. Another team that wants to pressure, they want to run. Maybe in this case, hey, slow it down just a little bit if you're Upper. Get the shot that you want. Maybe not try to push the pace as much. And then you've got the Bonham girls down low that do a really good job in the paint. You're going to have to protect that paint, and it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Vitt does because they like to run that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if Upper will slow down a lot. I think they might be more selective in what they do as far as how fast they play, but I think Coach Bent, he really wants to try to create turnovers and get situations where they can score off of their defense. But I do really agree with the idea that they got to protect the paint. They're going to have to do an outstanding job of trying to limit Riverdale to one shot on the glass and not allow them to dominate, especially the offensive glass.
And they're going to have to do a really good job of I was here Saturday for the Bucyrus game, and the one thing that they give up a lot, and you've seen it here your last game as well, they run that trapping zone. They trap so hard on that wing, they give up a lot of backside rebounds. Against this team, you cannot afford to do that.
Yeah, as we said, if they get their average, if Riverdale gets their average of 16 offensive rebounds, it's probably not going to be good news for Upper Sandusky.
As we have a student leader speaking now, so we're going to send it down to the floor. We're going to let the student leader speak. We'll do the national anthem. We'll hear both starters, and then we'll come back on the headsets for tip-off. All right, so as they introduce both starters down on the floor, Coach Balogh and myself will go over both starters. Upper Sandusky keeping the same starters they've kept all season. Hey, they're 7-3. Why change it? That's going to be senior number 2, a 5'6" guard, Addie Newman. Junior number 3, a 5'6" guard, Riley McCreary. Senior guard number 4, 5'2", Grace Walton. A 5'6" junior guard, number 12, Bryn Cundiff. And their post, their forward, a 5'9" senior, number 15, Ellie Ham. A senior-laden group, 3 seniors, 2 juniors. That's why they're as good as they are, because of their leadership.
Well, I mean, you always, if you have good seniors, usually that leads to great success. And so these seniors have played for 3 or 4 years, in most cases at the varsity level. So their experience is going to be a key in a game like tonight.
And on the flip side of things, for those visiting Riverdale Lady Falcons, about sophomore guard number 5, Annalise Woodruff. Senior forward number 10, Mariah Bonham. Sophomore number 13 or number 12, Dylan Thacker. Sophomore number 13, Marissa Bonham. And senior number 24, Kinsey Shaw. So 1 senior, 2 seniors in this group, and 3 sophomores.
Well, and I would imagine those sophomores, I mean, we don't cover Riverdale a lot, but I would imagine those sophomores probably played a lot as freshmen a year ago. So they're coming in as experienced players. But again, when you have seniors going against sophomores, sometimes that makes a difference. Could be the difference in tonight's game with the experience that Upper Sandusky brings, especially with the player of the caliber of Grace Walton, because she's experienced it all in her this being her 4th year as a starter in this program.
And she's one of those players where not only does she score the ball really well, she does share it really well, but I think her biggest plus is her activity on the defensive end. She'll run 3 miles on the offensive end trying to get open and still be the most active player defensively.
We've seen her play enough that whoever gets the opportunity to guard her, they're going to be worn out because she never stops moving. I mean, she reminds me, and probably no young people remember this, but growing up, a guy named John Havlicek, who played at Ohio State and played for the Boston Celtics. He was a guy that never stopped moving, and she's kind of the John Havlicek here at Upper Sandusky.
Tips up, and it's won by Riverdale. Bonham wins it and then gets it right back as the point guard.
So you can see Upper Sandusky in that 2-3 zone where they're trying to match up and really put pressure on the basketball, trying to force Riverdale to shoot the basketball from the perimeter. And right now doing a good job of forcing that. And a 3 here.
And how about the sophomore?
Yep.
That's Marissa, and that was a beautiful looking shot.
Well, we said she hasn't shot the 3 a lot. I think according to our stats, that might be her 19th 3 she shot, but she's made 11, which is an outstanding percentage, above 50%.
She shoots it well. Here comes Grace running off of all those screens. She's going to hoist one herself. That one does not fall. That one was from almost the logo.
Yep. But they did a good job of setting a double screen for her, and she got a really good open look.
Backdoor cut, layup, no good. Rebound by Ham. They're going to get a foul there. It's going to go on number 10. That's Mariah. Mariah picks up the first foul for the Lady Falcons.
Nice backdoor cut there by the Falcons. Just were they not able to finish, and Ellie Ham able to grab the rebound. Limited to 1 shot. That's a good start right there.
Riley McCreary with it. Addie Newman. Addie gets it back down low.
Well, an interesting matchup right now is Marissa Bonham guarding Grace Walton, the sophomore matched against the senior. So she's going to have her work cut out for her. As we said, Grace does a great job of moving without the basketball.
Bryn Cundiff with a step back 3.
Yep,
knocks it down. Bryn Cundiff. It's a big shot for her to come out and knock down her first attempt.
Anytime you're able to make the first shot, and especially a 3, gives you a lot of confidence. And there's a little bit of that trapping defense. Riley McCreary gets her hands on the basketball and forces a turnover.
Bryn's going to shoot another one.
Yep.
She's 2 for 2. Bryn Cundiff, a quick 6 out the gate for the Lady Rams.
We said if you're able to make that first 3, you get a good rhythm. And a good thing in transition that the Rams find her again.
Out top. Nothing doing there. That was
Offensive
Woodruff.
rebound by Bonham, though.
Mariah with the step back 3. Grace Walton gets the rebound, and they are still looking to get out and run. How about the pass? Tried to get to Ellie Ham. Nothing doing.
Yeah, just got deflected. The post player running back defensively was able to turn her head and get a deflection, but that was pretty good look by Grace Walton to try to throw it over the top.
Skip pass to the cutter. Woodruff unable to knock it down, but there's the size advantage that we talked about before we even went on the air that Riverdale has.
Kinsey Scholl on the backside, just not able to – the Rams just not able to get there soon enough to push her outside the lane. And a good rebound there by her with a chance to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Scholl steps to the line, looking to make it a 6-5 ball game. First one's up and good. Scholl, one more at the line. Gets the friendly roll. She's 2 for 2.
(6-5) here early in the first quarter, and the Rams have possession, but there's our young lady.
But they're going to get her for a carry.
Yeah.
A little bit too far out ahead of herself.
Yeah.
Ball didn't stay out in front of her body.
But
That's a sophomore.
to admit to Josh, it's one of the few times you probably see a carry called in the game today. There's a lot of carries that go on, it seems like, but she got called for it here. But again, you can see Grace Walton here working along the baseline, trying to come off some screens. And Marissa Bonham is guarding her, so it's going to challenge her tonight.
Ellie Ham long on that one from the corner. Not a shot you want probably if you're Coach Venn is a contested 3.
Yeah, you'd probably like to move the basketball. Ellingham's going to get a foul here. Ball be baseline out of bounds.
They're still going to call that one on Cundiff. They're going to call on Brent Cundiff. As Godfrey's going to get an early entry into the game for the Lady Rams, replacing McCreary. Another great defender for Upper Sandusky is Godfrey. In the corner, that's Mariah. Up top to Woodruff. Trying to get the sister to go back door. Didn't read it in time. Off the foot. It'll be a Riverdale turnover.
Well, right now the zone of Upper Sandusky is doing what they want. They're making them shoot the ball from the perimeter, not letting the ball get inside. And as we said, the big emphasis will have to be that Upper Sandusky needs to keep them off the glass.
And they're doing. I spoke with Coach Vince Saturday after the Bucyrus game, and he said that Riverdale's doing exactly what he expected them to. They're face guarding Grace Walton.
Yeah,
they're going to make somebody else beat them.
They're chasing her like what, but that's not anything new to Grace at all.
No, it is not.
She does a great job. Great ball screen there by Ham.
Offensive rebound by Gottfried. Coach Bostic wanted to carry there.
Yeah. As I said, it's not going to get called very often.
That might only be the second one I've seen called all year.
So baseline out of bounds, and Ham catches it here in the corner.
No dribble for Ellie. Gets it to Gottfried. Addie Newman with it now for Upper. Tried to set a little flare screen for Grace. Nothing doing.
Grace does such a good job at playing at different speeds, which is important to be able to get open. Can't always play at a fast pace.
It's going to be stolen away by Woodruff. Great feed up top. Mariah Bonham's got her first 2, and that means she only needs 2 more.
Yep, nice pass ahead and a nice finish with her left hand.
Brent Cundiff tried to get down low. Nothing doing there as that Brent Cundiff tried to get down low by Mariah Bonham.
And a couple more subs coming in the game. Erica Rulin and Ava Romich for the Upper Sandusky Rams.
Romick had a huge game the other night as well. She knocked down a couple threes against Bucyrus. She's really come in and been that person off the bench that they can count to put some points on the board.
Nice move. Not able to finish though by Grace. But yeah, mentioning Romich, I mean, when you come off the bench, you want to kind of be a spark, whether it be offensively or defensively. She's been that spark right now.
It'll stay with Riverdale. It'll be off of Upper Sandusky. They were trying to get Mariah on the back door to get that bucket that she needs. It's a good idea, maybe a little bit too late on the pass.
Well, and it's going to be tough to get those backdoor cuts against the zone. They've had one already and had a chance here, but typically that's something you would see more against man-to-man defense.
Marissa just missed.
And again, good job at eliminating them to one shot.
Ruling with it now, gets it to Gottfried. Addie Newman, Grace on this left wing.
See, the Upper does a good job of moving the ball from side to side. Like to get a lot of weave action and play off that high post as a cutter, allowing her to screen. And they show great patience running their offense.
Romick's going to hoist one. Nothing doing there, but the effort by Newman, it still ends up with Riverdale.
Yep. Good box out there by Riverdale.
Mariah Bonham with the box out, feeds it down low to Woodruff. Woodruff trapped right there in that short corner. Mariah from the free throw line, nothing doing. In and out. Offensive rebound though by Scholl.
Yep. Kinsey Scholl, 2 offensive rebounds here in the first quarter.
9-6 your score, 2:20 and counting on our Edward Jones, chris.daris scoreboard. Newman in the corner. She loves that corner. That one's right and long. Rebounded by Marissa. Woodruff. She'll hoist one. She'll knock this one down. Annalise Woodruff. And it's a 12-6 Riverdale lead.
Good start here by the Falcons here in the first quarter.
Romick. She'll put up another one. Keep shooting, keep shooting. Grace Walton, the extra effort gets that offensive rebound.
That was a great effort from the backside by Grace.
I'll tell you what, the 3 threes that she shot, have been 3 or 4 steps behind the three-point line.
Yeah. But, I mean, she's used to that. They haven't been really contested. She's been open, so good job there. Scholl inside.
It's a great feed inside in the bucket for Kinsey, and that's the size advantage.
And Thacker with a good assist. And we said one of the 2 areas that they were really good in are getting the offensive glass and then sharing the basketball. So she's been open. So 14-6 here in the first quarter.
As you see the assist from Thacker to Scholl, and again, it was a great feed. And it's they're getting the ball to the high post. They're letting that middle of that zone come up, and then they're attacking the weak side.
Yep.
Ellie Ham with it to Grace.
Ham tried to fake the handoff and turn the corner, not able to. Grace Walton with that left hand. Good finish there.
I spoke with her Saturday. She said she prefers to go to her left over her right.
Well, that's a sign of a young lady that's worked at her game a lot with that ability and have the confidence to use her offhand as well as she does.
And there's 2 more for the Falcons. Thacker.
Yep. And right now here in the second half of this first quarter, the Falcons doing a good job of attacking this zone and getting into the paint and finishing plays at the basket.
Grace catches it. Down the low block, pulls it back out. She's going to look for a step back, nothing doing. Great pass. Ellie Ham's going to get blocked. I think Scholl got a piece of that one.
Yeah, Ellie not quite ready to catch and shoot it. Had to adjust a little bit.
Mariah with it now.
We're under 30 seconds here. Let's see if the Falcons look for the last shot of the quarter.
McCreary, skip feed, Bonham, 2 points. How about it? Mariah Bonham. And how about we congratulate the young lady, as that's point number 1,000 for the senior for Upper Sandusky.
Actually,
or for Riverdale, sorry.
Well, actually 1,001, I believe, so was a 3. So she signs it. So great honor for a player to accomplish 1,000 points. And really a lot of sportsmanship shown here by Upper Sandusky of stopping the game, allowing her to celebrate this special moment in her high school career.
And that was a great shot, as we're going to pull that one up again.
2 points.
Just a pull-up. How about it? Mariah, great shot by Mariah.
Yep.
And it's now an 18-8 advantage for the Lady Falcons.
Yeah, a good start here in the first quarter.
McCreary's got it for Upper Sandusky, gets it to Grace Walton. We're
Gotta go
inside
quick.
of 5 seconds. A step back.
Good shot.
Deep 3 for Grace
Big
Walton
shot.
to end the quarter. How about that one?
Yep.
Our score after 1, Riverdale 18, Upper Sandusky 11. We'll be back for the second quarter after this commercial break.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me, think it's
Josh Banks welcomes you back inside the mountaintop alongside Hall of Famer Mr. Joe Balogh in an 18-11 Riverdale first quarter where they really did what we thought they were going to do. They dominated the glass, and they had plenty of assists.
Yeah, but a big shot there at the end of the quarter. And now Upper Sandusky has a chance here, to get another basket here without the ball going into Riverdale's hands. So, a lot of times as a coach I've talked about, what Upper's looking to do here is to try to get a score, a stop, and a score, and then they're right back in this basketball game. 7-point lead here by the Falcons as we start the second quarter.
Brent Cundiff's got it. Gets it to Newman. Addie with a great shot fake. Up top, there's Bryn. She's already got one. She's already got two. Looking for number 3. Couldn't knock it down, though.
But a great look. That was a really good shot. Open shot, uncontested 3. But the Rams lose. Kinsey Scholl inside. She has 8 points so far tonight. That is huge right now for the Falcons.
Kinsey doing a great job against this zone, finding the opening and sitting down in it. Romick, though, she's going to try her luck with another one. Nothing doing there. Yeah. Marissa Bonham chases it down for Riverdale, and she's going to look to get up the floor. Back to Thacker inside to Kinsey Scholl. That one ends up in the hands of Woodruff, though. All the bounces are going Riverdale's way right now.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 possessions, I'm sure Coach Bent right now is going to talk to them about their defensive transition because they have not done a very good job of matching a defensive transition. And one of the things as a coach, when you talk about going against the zone, is one of the easiest ways to beat a zone is by beating it down the floor in transition, where the zone's not allowed to set up. And that's what Riverdale has done here in the first minute and a half of this second quarter. And I'm sure that's right now what Coach Bent's addressing is we got to do a much better job of matching, especially matching in the paint right now. They got to make Riverdale shoot the ball a little bit more from the perimeter and keep it out of the lane.
And we noticed that, too. The beginning part of that first quarter, they were forcing Riverdale to take perimeter shots. They had a 3-point lead. Once Riverdale started getting the offensive rebounds that we expected them to get and finding that high post, getting that cut on the weak side, it's now an 11-point game.
Well, and the other thing that affects you a little bit is Riverdale hit a couple threes.
Yep.
So even though I believe at the beginning of the game we said their stats, as a team they were shooting 23%, sometimes as a team your game plan is if, hey, we're going to give up that shot, it becomes difficult. You start to panic a little bit. And right now, Coach Bent just trying to prevent his kids from having a panic, panicking too much here because you're down 11 points here at the start of the second quarter at just at the 7-minute mark.
Cundiff with it for the Lady Rams. Marissa Bonham just doing an amazing job on the face guard of Grace Walton.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she can continue that for 4 quarters, though, because Grace, as we said, does a great job of moving without the basketball.
Rulin gets inside. They're going to get the foul call on Scholl.
Yeah, got bumped.
As you said, though.
Rulin's first foul, I believe.
As we've seen with the N10 where Upper Sandusky plays, Gabby Ralston for Colonel Crawford is one of the best on-ball defenders in the league, and she even struggles to run with Grace for 4 quarters.
Because it's just consistent, and she never stops.
That ball is tipped by Bonham.
Turnover.
The height slips, keeps her dribble,
and Grace
but
Walton
Grace
picks it
steals
from behind. As we said, that's what is really special about her. She never gives up on a play.
Mariah Bonham, though, comes right back down and takes it away from Rulin.
Yep.
Thacker in the corner. There's Mariah. She'll hoist one. How about it? She said, hey, I got 1,000. I'll take 3 more on top of it.
Yeah.
25-11.
If Riverdale's going to make threes like that, it's going to be a long night here for the Lady Rams. And right now they're making threes from the perimeter, and they're really pounding the ball inside also. Let's see if she gets another one to go right inside. The Scholl's got 10.
And it's one of those things where you knock down that 3 from the corner, they have to fly out there and respect it, and it leaves that, again, it's that backside wide open. Grace gets inside, though. How about the fancy finish by Grace Walton?
Yep.
Marissa with it now to Scholl. Mariah with a little ball fake. How about the feed to Thacker? Basket's good, and a foul.
I mean, that was a pretty baseline drive.
How about the feed to Thacker?
By Bonham,
Basket's good,
and
a
made a left-handed
foul.
bounce pass to Thacker cutting towards the basket. So right now, these first 2.5 minutes of this quarter, I mean, Riverdale offensively is playing very, very efficiently, getting great looks at the basket, whether it's from the perimeter or putting the ball inside.
They're doing everything right, as we would say. Everything's going their way. They're executing exactly how they want to execute.
Ellingham with the rebound off the missed free throw here.
Looks to push, gets it to Riley McCreary. Riley to Bren. Grace gets it. Grace looks at the step back. Bren Cundiff. Great hustle by Thacker to recover there. Addie Newman's going to look to get inside. Tries a little scoop, nothing doing. Tried to get it inside to Bryn on the floor. Is going to be Bryn Cundiff, and I think that's who they're going to get the foul on. They are. They're going to get that on Bryn Cundiff. But I think what I'm finding interesting to see is Marissa Bonham not only has the job of chasing Grace Walton, when a shot goes up, she's not even crashing. She's staying with Grace, expecting an offensive rebound for Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, I mean, that many times that's where you get open threes is off of an offensive rebound and a defender leaving their player. So they pretty much have told her, you're just guarding her all night.
Woodruff to Thacker. Trying to get inside to Shaw. They're waiting for that backside to come open. How about Bonham? Nothing doing there, but a great feed, sister to sister.
They've had a couple really good backdoor plays here, cuts.
Godfrey to hoist one. That's going to miss right.
Yep.
Rebound by Mariah.
And that's the other difference right now is Upper's pretty much one and done on their shooting. They haven't been able to get an offensive rebound and get a second or a third chance scoring opportunity.
Marissa with it. Step through crossover. Woodruff will hoist one. Nothing doing.
Yep.
Almost an offensive rebound.
Yep. Ball went out of bounds, but a good effort there by Thacker to make the effort on the backside to try to get that offensive rebound. And a lot of times as coach, we used to chart efforts to get to the offensive glass because if you make the effort, good things happen.
Grace Walton said, hey, if you're going to give me that much space and I had not able to shoot the ball, I'm going to pull up.
Yep. And she can shoot it from deep, off the catch or off the dribble. So Bonham's probably going to match up to her a little bit quicker next time down the floor.
She's up to 10. Marissa with it. Tried to get it inside to Woodruff. Nothing doing.
Bonham with almost a steal. Grace Walton to the basket. She's
going to get fouled. And that's Grace doing exactly what she does best. Yeah. Almost a turnover. She recovers it, gets inside. She's going to go to the line for two.
She just has next. But what we talk about a lot is next play mentality. She doesn't celebrate when she scores. She goes to the next play, knows she has to defend. If she turns it over, she doesn't fret about it. She just goes to the next play.
62% for Grace on the season from the line.
Yeah. Right now she's keeping up right in this basketball game. 11-point game. You'd like to get this under 10 and maybe get it to 5 or 6 by the half because you're going to anticipate that Riverdale's not going to maybe shoot it as well as they have.
That foul's going to go on Thacker as they're extending that pressure. Thacker trying to get the loose ball, ends up into the legs of Godfrey.
Well, did a good job there of defending the high post, denying that pass, got a deflection, ball went on the floor, and Thacker kind of pushed to try to get the loose basketball, and the foul was called on her.
Bonham definitely going to extend that defense out a little bit now, not even going to give Grace the opportunity to shoot a pull up. Romick with it. Addie Newman. Addie's got a full lane.
Nice pass. Ellingham not able to finish there.
Romick unable to knock it down. It'll be Riverdale basketball as that'll go off of Addie Newman on the missed three. It'll be Riverdale. But that's a shot if you're Coach Vint. Hey, we'll take that shot.
That's Upper Sandusky basketball right there. They're not going to stop shooting the three. And Ava's shown in previous games that she can really shoot the basketball. Just has not been able to knock one down here in the first half.
Woodruff with it, skip cross court to Bonham, inside to Thacker. Great cut by Mariah. She'll get inside. She'll finish. Mariah Bonham.
And again, another assist by Thacker there. Good pass here by Grace Walton. Ooh.
No shot there as we're going to have a blocking foul on Mariah Bonham.
Yeah, those as a coach, that's one you'd like to say, hey, we'll refuse that penalty there.
You wish you could say, hey, can we not count that foul? We want the points instead. But maybe that's what Ava needs is to see one go through.
Yeah, that you make a good point there. Also, the fourth foul on Riverdale. So next one, the Rams will be going to the free throw line to shoot two.
McCreary with it. Ava hoisted one. Got
another good look. Got another good look, just not able to make it.
Mariah gets it to Marissa, to Thacker. That backside's wide open again. She's going to take it inside. They're going to call a foul on Ellie Ham. That's one of those things where which one do you take? Do you take the drive and let the dump-off happen, or do you stay home and stop the dump-off and let the drive happen?
A good decision there by Thacker. Saw that she wasn't matched and took it with her strong hand right to the basket, able to create contact and get to the free throw line.
First one's up and good. 32-18. Riverdale over Upper Sandusky. 2:27 left here in quarter number 2. Thacker second. Smooth from the free throw line. We're going to have a timeout again, Coach Vent.
Well, it'll be interesting here to see if Coach Bostic, how long he continues with Kelsey Shaw into the lineup. And she has 10 points, but also has 2 fouls. And you want to try to make sure she does not get her 3rd foul here before the end of this half. So,
well, and if you're Coach Vent, you're probably telling the girls, hey, attack her, try to draw that 3rd one.
Yeah, you would probably like to do that, but that's Upper Sandusky's more of that perimeter offensive team where I'm sure that Coach Vent would just like them to see kind of knock down a couple of these open threes that they've had because they just haven't been able to make them. And then give Riverdale a lot of credit. They've just limited them 1 shot. I mean, the difference of the offensive glass has been a key in this game already. Not that Riverdale's dominated at their end on the offensive glass, but they've got several second chance opportunities which they've been able to score off of that have been a difference. So 2:27, 15-point deficit the Rams face here. As we said, right now, I would say the goal is to try to get this under 10 as you end this half.
It looks like they now have Woodruff chasing around Grace Walton, so they switched up that matchup.
Yeah, as we said, for one girl to guard Grace the whole game is a tough assignment. So they've got multiple defenders guarding her throughout this game.
Ruling with it in the corner. Good baseline drive by Erica.
Almost had that chance there to get that 3rd foul on Scholl, though. And again, big rebound here by Marissa Bonham.
The reason she averages 13 boards a game, Coach.
Yeah.
Mariah with it in the corner.
And pretty amazing from the standpoint she's basically a point guard.
And that's why she's the point guard. That feed was amazing to Mariah, just unable to finish at the rim.
Yeah, I mean, Riverdale's done a really good job of cutting off the basketball and getting into the lane for open looks.
And now she's got a run out. Great Euro, unable to finish though. Gets her own rebound.
Big offensive rebound there.
Woodruff on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll be possession Riverdale. So that's another opportunity for the Lady Falcons.
Be great hustle there by Marissa Bonham to get that offensive rebound. And that's a lot of times what offensive rebounding is just effort. Trying to get to the right spot and just making the effort to get there. So a stack look on the baseline out of bounds here. Right back to Bonham and into the paint again.
And that's going to be Riverdale basketball as Rulin's unable to control that rebound.
Yep.
If you're Coach Vinton Upper Sandusky, you can't continue to allow the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th opportunities to extend this lead.
Yep. I mean, you're down 15 right now. You don't want to let this get really much more than that.
As Woodruff's going to get it for the Falcons. 14 or 53 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Marissa with it now. It's in the high post. Up top, Mariah, back to Marissa. Looks like they're content to, hey, we'll take the last shot of the half.
Yep.
Woodruff in the corner.
The worst right now is if you get the last shot, you're going to be down. You're going to be up 15, and then you could be up 17 or 18.
Thacker with it now as we're at 16 seconds. Great backdoor cut. Marissa unable to finish.
Oh, that's a big play there.
It's a big foul. That's that third on Scholl.
Yep.
And Upper's going to go to the line with a chance to put 2 points on the board without the clock running.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Scholl's got to kind of just understand a little bit, hey, I got 2 fouls, and although you want to get that offensive rebound, probably more important that you don't get that foul. So 3rd foul for here. Let's see how that's going to affect the Falcons in the second half.
Addie Newman, 4th in the N10 and free throw percentage at 74%.
Yep, that's really, really good for a high school player. I mean, you like to be in those above, mid-70s and above, and she's right there at 74%.
Splits it, though. Ham gets the rebound. Addie Newman to Cundiff. Gets it to Grace. Grace with a step-back 3. Nothing doing. 33-19, your halftime score. Me and the coach will be back for halftime stats and analysis after this break.
Hi, I'm Joe Balogh. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment.
back inside the mountaintop for the Spherion Mid-Ohio halftime show. Josh Banks alongside Joe Balogh in what has been a Riverdale dominant first half here in Upper Sandusky.
Well, Riverdale's really done the things that they wanted to do. They've been able to put the ball into the paint and kind of dominate that, and then they've done a great job at both ends of the floor rebounding the ball. They've had several second chance scoring opportunities, and they've been able to convert some of those. And then they pretty much have done a great job of limiting Upper Sandusky to one shot.
As you're going to see on the stats, unofficial stats. Riverdale 10 twos, 3 threes, unofficially 17 boards, 7 turnovers, 8 fouls. Riverdale is 5 of 6 from the stripe. On the flip side, Upper Sandusky's only got 2 field goals, both of those coming from Grace Walton, 3 triples, 2 of those coming from Grace Walton, 2 coming from Bryn Cundiff. They are 3 of 4 at the line, and we got them for 12 boards and 7 turnovers.
Well, Riverdale's going to have to make perimeter shots. Upper Sandusky's going to have to make those perimeter threes. They, besides Grace Walton and Bryn Cundiff, who made those 2 threes early, they've really struggled shooting the ball from the three-point line, and they've not been able to get to the offensive glass. So they're going to have to make some of those threes to kind of stretch Riverdale's defense out a little bit more. And Riverdale, they're going to want to come out and do the same thing. Put the ball inside. They've been able to make open threes, and then they've been able to rebound. They pretty much have dominated the rebounding statistics for this basketball game.
Yeah, they really have, and it's been one of those situations where we've seen Riverdale just kind of what we expected them to do. They've fed the ball down low, they've fed the post, and they've used the weak side really well on that zone. They're feeding the high post, finding the weak side, and getting open layups from it.
But the one factor right now for Riverdale is Kinsey Scholl, as you said, picked up her 3rd foul with about 15 seconds to go in the half. So it's going to be interesting to see how she plays here to start the second half. And if she's going to be able to play without getting that 4th foul early, because she's the leading scorer right now for Riverdale with 10 points inside. And if the Rams are able to get the 4th and get her on the bench, that would be big. So it's going to be Rams basketball out of bounds. They trail by 14. And again, going back, what they would like to do is be able to get a score here, a stop and a score, and get it to maybe a 10-point game or under a 10-point game here in the first 3 possessions of the basketball game.
As you see Marissa back to being the one in charge of chasing Walton, Addie Newman with it.
Yep.
McCreary, Cundiff, Bryn, who's knocked down 2 threes already, gets it to Addie. Addie's going to look to go all the way inside. Yep. Great take by Addie Newman.
You saw right away right there, she went right into Scholl's area, and Scholl just kind of gave her the layup to make sure she didn't get her 4th foul. So the Rams got the score. Let's see if they can get the stop.
Marissa to Mariah, can't go down, but that's going to be a foul on McCreary, trying to get a little bit aggressive, going for that offensive rebound. Is Riley McCreary,
and they've got to try to do that. I mean, Thacker did a good job of getting to the offensive glass, and her size inside just makes a little bit of difference. A little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and able to create enough contact on that rebound to get a foul.
Woodruff with it. Gets it to Marissa Bonham. Marissa, little inside out. Great feed, Woodruff. And that's just a great pass by Marissa.
Yep. And we said the one thing is the stats show Riverdale does a great job of sharing the basketball.
Ellie Ham's going to hoist one. That's not going to go down. There's an offensive rebound, though, for Upper Sandusky.
One of the few that the Rams have been able to get here in the basketball game. But good effort there. Good cut.
Addie Newman's got herself 2 more.
Yep.
Nice little start here for Upper Sandusky, getting some easy buckets in the paint. Marissa with it in the corner. That's Woodruff. I tell you what, if she doesn't, that's a great pass to Thacker. She's going to go to the line. But if Woodruff doesn't pick up that dribble, she's got a baseline wide open because nobody stepped down to help.
Yeah, but a good job there. And Thacker's done this a couple times. Playing out of the high post, anytime the ball goes along the baseline, she's been able to make that cut down the lane, and nobody's been able to really match her. And now able to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And no worries, Sandy. I see you out there in Facebook world saying hi to us, saying hi to Joe and myself. You are always a staple in every single Upper Sandusky event that we have. And if Ellie's grade was wrong in the last thing, that's my bad. I apologize for that one.
So Thacker makes the first and the second. Back to a 14-point lead for the Falcons.
So you see Upper, they've scored their first couple possessions, but they're not getting those stops to be able to kind of trim this lead down.
Yeah, they just, the post play of Thacker and Scholl has been the difference tonight in this basketball game so far.
Newman with it, gets it to Ellie Ham in the corner, skip cross court to McCreary. Newman in the corner, gets it down low to Grace. Grace gonna look to pull it out. Crossover dribble. Grace gets to that left side, goes to finish with the right hand. That's going to be a foul on Woodruff. Yep. Left side, goes to finish with the right hand. Grace did a great job of Woodruff. She went to the left hand, she got there, and then she tried to go up with the right.
Yeah, she just got bumped as she drove along the baseline there. So Grace going to the free throw line for 2.
Knocks down the first. Godfrey will come in to replace McCreary. Grace knocks down the second. Remains perfect at the stripe this evening.
As Grace has 14 now for the night. 14 of the Rams' 25.
But this is kind of what you had talked about. They are beating Upper Sandusky down the floor, and it's leading to easy layups.
Yep. Good transition here, though.
And Newman unable to finish.
Yep. Good pass there by Grace Walton.
We're going to call a double dribble. I'm going to see if I can't get the replay of that, which we are going to be able to. Newman unable to finish.
Yeah. Good pass there by Grace.
She never picked up the dribble. We're going to call a double dribble. I'm going to see if I can. We're all human.
Yeah, that's the thing is officials do make mistakes sometimes, but, from his view it looked like she did. But Grace Walton with a nice drive.
Fancy finish for Grace.
Yep, got it back to 12. Grace got 16.
Woodruff to Thacker, and she's going to look to go to work down low inside.
Got to get this offensive rebound, just not able to do it.
Great defense by Addie Newman on Mariah Bonham, though.
Well, and they forced Bonham to make the cut outside the lane rather than right down the lane, so that's been a difference. So baseline out of bounds here for the Falcons.
Almost a steal by Godfrey.
Yep. Godfrey with
Woodruff
good press
has
on the
no
basketball.
dribble.
Good
Newman got a
deflection
hand on it.
Yep. I mean, Upper's really staying active defensively.
We're going to have another foul. We'll see if this one's on Ellie Ham or if it's on Newman. I think it's going to be on Ellie Ham. It is going to be on Ellie Ham. That's going to be a quick 3 on her now as well.
Yep. So we'll see if Coach Vent's going to make a sub here.
Rulin will come back in replacing Ellie Ham.
So the play of Thacker inside right now has been a big benefit here to start the third quarter.
Mariah with it. Marissa.
And it looks like the Rams have come out of that zone and are matched up man-to-man now.
Not something we've seen them do a lot this year is go to this man-to-man.
No.
Grace got a little bit extra.
Good job
Great
there
feed to Thacker, but Rulin does a great job defensively.
Yep, got transition here. Got an opportunity to get it to 10. Good pass. Try to keep the ball moving here.
Grace is going to look to get all the way inside. Scoop, nothing doing.
Tried to get to contact and finish, but just didn't draw enough contact.
Marissa now with it. To Mariah. She's going to look to go all the way inside. Step through, nothing doing there. Godfrey has it. Addie Newman now with it.
Pass
inside to Rulin.
Good shot fake there.
Godfrey really hesitant with that shot. Had a look. Rulin she'll shoot it. No hesitation, but Grace Walton's going to get the offensive rebound. She'll shoot one. Step back. Grace Walton. She is keeping them in this basketball game.
Yep, falling out of bounds right in front of her student section. So they got it under 10 here with under 4 minutes to go.
Woodruff misses.
And Grace Walton with another defensive rebound and a great pass ahead. Nice
The
play.
extra one to Gottfried, and it's a 7-point game, folks. The great bounce pass, Grace Walton to Addie
Nice
Newman.
play.
The one to Gottfried to get 2 more, and it is a huge start. It's a 13-6 start to this third quarter.
Yep, I mean, you can see why Grace Walton was the player of the year in the N10 last year. She just never gives up, but as we said, you know, she plays it at a fast pace throughout the whole game, and not only scoring here, but also getting other people involved. And the Rams have been able to cut it to 7, with just halfway through the third quarter. So Coach Vent's got to be pleased with the last couple minutes of how the Rams have played.
Well, and they've got out of that zone. They went to the man-to-man, and they're switching everything.
Yep, they switch everything. So there's going to be some mismatches, and we'll just be interested to see if Riverdale can find some of those mismatches, especially inside.
And it'll be interesting to see what Coach Bostic comes out with now. They've gone man-to-man. Those backside looks aren't as open. So what set are we going to see them run offensively to get themselves an open look and still take advantage of the size that they have down low?
Yep.
Woodruff to inbound. Godfrey kind of extends this man-to-man.
Good job of making Bonham use her left hand.
Marissa gets it to Thacker. Yep, Grace is going to get called for a foul there. She got a little bit too aggressive with the defense, but in this situation with the current down 7, you're okay with that.
Yeah, the only thing is it's a 14 foul on Upper Sandusky, so the next one the Falcons would be shooting.
Where they're 7 of 8 tonight from the stripe.
Right, so they got to play good defense here without fouling. Got her in the corner.
Pokes it away, Grace.
Grace staying active. She might have been better just to have her try to hold it there and see if she could get a 5-second count, but that's a lot easier when we're sitting up here watching rather than when you're out on the floor playing.
As that's going to be a steal. Grace is going to end up with it.
Yep. But a good play.
Romick. In and out. Boy, this place would have erupted had that shot went in for Ava Romick.
Yeah, she's just not been able to make a shot right here tonight so far.
Thacker with it. To Woodruff.
Out of bounds. Turnover.
It'll be Upper Sandusky basketball, and the intensity defensively has really turned up a notch here in this third quarter.
Well, in Upper Sandusky's ball pressure and their ability to switch has frustrated Riverdale here in the third quarter. So chance here again. This is, I think, their third chance to cut this lead under 7. So let's see what they get here.
Conduff.
A dribble handoff that weave.
How about Romick finally knocks one down, and that's a big shot for her, and now it's 4.
Well, it shows a lot of the things of confidence. If you know you're a good three-point shooter, as long as you're not taking bad shots, if you're taking good shots, eventually it's going to go. And they gave her quite a bit of space here, and she was able to knock down that 3.
Bonham gets it inside to Thacker. She's unable to finish.
Yep.
Gets it to Bren. Chance to cut it to 3, 2, or to 2, maybe even 1 if you're Upper Sandusky.
Well, you know, their ball movement's been good here. Little backdoor cut, extra pass.
Ava with it, gets it to Grace. Rulin. Extra one to Bren. Bren almost has it poked away. Ends up in the hand of Erica Rulin. A great drive, just unable to finish.
Just not able to get it on the glass enough to finish it. So good look there by the Rams.
Marissa with it now to Thacker. Back to Marissa. Great drive, but the shots that were falling in the first half just have not fallen here in quarter number 3 for Riverdale.
Well, the other thing is Upper Sandusky's done a much better job of limiting him to one shot.
We're going to have a foul now on Bonham down there in the corner, a little bit with the body.
Yep. And Newman doing a good job of just being strong with the basketball sweeping the ball low and being able to take the contact to create the foul. So interesting substitution here. Ellingham comes back in with just over a minute, and as we mentioned, she has 3 fouls.
1:06 left here in quarter number 3. Little screen.
Little flare screen and drive to the basket.
Up and under. Ellingham's got to.
And went right at Scholl, and Scholl didn't want to get that 4th foul. So good job there of Ellingham attacking her. Just can't let her go right.
Well, and you're in the same situation on the other end as Mariah goes right at Ellingham, who also is in that same predicament of I can't pick up number 4.
Well,
Anytime
Maria Bonham has been able to go with her right hand down the lane, she just has enough strength and power and ability to finish with her right hand. So you got to try to turn her the other way. So interesting that Riverdale uses a timeout here with less than a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. 4-point lead. So let's see if Riverdale comes out and does anything different defensively here on this possession.
Upper's done a great job of, they've only knocked down 1, maybe 2 threes here in the 3rd quarter. Everything's been at the hoop. Newman's getting layups.
Well, and the big difference has been defensively. They've done a good job of rebounding the ball at their defensive end of the floor. They've limited Riverdale to very few second chance opportunities. So Riverdale comes out and looks like they're going to be zone. Looks like they're in a 1-2-2 zone here. With 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Grace catches it. Grace going to look to get that left hand. Skip feed to Newman in the corner. Romick.
Good pass. Another great pass.
Newman.
Keep moving.
One more Romick. Bren.
And we're at 15 seconds, so let's see if the Rams look for the last shot of the quarter.
Walton. Grace is going to hoist one. That one was from deep, but it's an offensive rebound for Ellingham.
Plenty of time. Got a good look.
3.8 seconds left here in the 3rd.
Yep. So important thing here is you want to make Riverdale catch the ball, going back to get it, and then try to force the ball towards the sideline. Don't let the ball come to the middle of the floor that you can shoot a straight on half-court shot. Looks like they're just going to hold the ball.
They're going to be perfectly content with a 5-point lead, but a huge 3rd quarter for the Rams. It's 41-37 Riverdale after 3. We'll be back for money time after this break.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you. Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you. Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you. Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you. Trust.
Back inside the mountaintop, Josh Banks alongside Joe Balogh in what was an entertaining 3rd quarter, and we've got the makings of a great 4th.
Yep. I mean, Riverdale coming out looking to see if they can get a score here and a stop, and then get another score. They could take this back to an 8-point game. Unable to score it, and Upper Sandusky with another defensive rebound here. And so now the Rams are looking to get a score here and a stop, and then another score where they could tie this ball game or even take the lead.
McCreary with it. Bryn Cundiff, she knocks it down, and it's a 1-point ball game.
So again, there's their score. Let's see if they can get a stop. Their change to man-to-man defense has been the key here in the fourth quarter.
They're going to call that one.
They're going to cut a hand check because she put two hands on is what the official called, which not allowed to do, but still got a chance here to get a stop.
As we hear the Riverdale fans right below us. Grace takes it away from Thacker. Grace Walton. Basket's good and a foul. Upper Sandusky has the lead.
Great play there by Grace Walton.
Basket's good and a foul.
Just
Upper Sandusky has the
not
lead.
just the steal, but the ability to get to the basket and finish and draw the contact and the foul. So Addie Newman checks back in for Riley McCreary. And the Rams got a 1-point lead after trailing by 14 to start the second half.
Grace remains perfect at the stripe. She's up to 22, and they got a 2-point advantage.
Good job here by Abby Godfrey of being able to pressure the basketball at top.
Grace wanted to jump another one. Great pass, extra feed, Scholl. You just said it before we came back.
Scholl's first bucket of the second half. And again, those post players both have done a good job of cutting to the basket.
Romick couldn't knock that one down. 6.5 left.
She's been able to make one. Grace Walton with a steal and a save, but not able to get it to one of her teammates.
Godfrey, guarding Bonham.
Godfrey's doing a good job of putting pressure on the basketball here at the top. They're making it difficult for Riverdale to get into anything they want offensively right now.
Mariah with it again, keep her away from that right hand, as Coach said.
Yep, got to make her go left if she's going to go to the basket. That's the key right now.
Gets to that left, Scholl.
That's where you want Scholl, is out on the perimeter. Good pass to her teammate.
No basket. That's going to be an offensive foul. We're going to take a look at it again, Coach, but I think that's the right call. She beat her to the spot. No basket. That's going to be an offensive foul. We're going to take a look.
Who took that charge? Ava Romick?
That was, I want to say that was Romick, yes.
Yeah. Good pass. Good job.
Yes, it was. Yeah. No basket. That's going to be an offensive foul. We're going to take a look.
So now Riverdale's going to extend their defense really for the first time tonight. Kind of looks like maybe a little bit of a 1-2-2 look here.
See how Upper handles it.
Let's see if they're able to split this pressure.
That ball gets tipped, ends up in the hands of Grace Walton. Extra pass to Newman. Grace has it in her hands. 5:34 remaining here in quarter number 4.
See what the Rams get here. 43-43 tie basketball game.
Romick, she'll shoot another one. Hey, listen, when you're a shooter, it doesn't matter how many you've made or missed, you're going to keep shooting.
And the thing is, I'm sure Coach Vince told her this, that, if you get good looks, you got to shoot the basketball. That's part of what they do offensively.
It's going to be a foul on Riley McCreary.
Yeah.
Great cut by Mariah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a foul on Riley McCreary. Yeah. Abby Godfrey's going to replace Romick.
Yep, giving Romick a little bit of a break here. Try to bring her back in probably in a minute or so, especially after making that three.
Mariah with it in the corner.
Just got to make sure Bonham here, make her use her left hand. Good job of her going left there.
They're going to call a foul. Is it going to be on Ellie Ham?
Yeah, she kind of just left her feet a little bit. If she would have just stayed down, and that's going to be Ellie's fourth, so that's big right here.
Romick right back off the bench.
Yep. So Bonham going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
First one's up and good.
Riverdale's been outstanding from the free throw line tonight. I think they've only missed 1, so I believe they're like 8 of 9 maybe right now.
8 of 9, 9 of 10.
Yep. Bonham's got a really nice shooting stroke from the free throw line. Could tell why she's been able to score 1,000 points in her career.
Absolutely. 46-45 Rams lead. As she comes away with the steal there away from Walton. Thacker with it. Floaters up, no good, but they're going to get Kunda for a foul now. And Riverdale really doing a good job of getting to where they're really good at.
Yeah, and the other thing now is with just under 5 minutes to go, Upper Sandusky with 14 fouls, so Riverdale going to have a chance to go to the line here a lot possibly in the fourth quarter.
Where they are really good.
Well, and that's been a big difference right now in the basketball game. I mean, they have, I believe, 10 points from the free throw line right now.
Misses the second.
Good box out there by Bryn Cundiff, but she turned it over.
Marissa will shoot a three.
In and out. Offensive rebound. Missed it.
Ends up in the hands of Grace Walton.
Yeah.
She'll look to push.
Upper got a little bit lucky there. But Grace going to the basket.
Scoop.
Oh, man. What a finish.
What a scoop.
What a finish.
24 now for Grace.
She's just well in her team right now.
Thacker with it, gets it to Scholl.
Got Scholl playing out on the perimeter, which is where you want her.
Cut by Woodruff, nothing doing.
Baseline pass, almost out of bounds.
That's going to be another steal. Grace Walton's going to come away with a
Let's
run
see
out.
what she does here. Going right to the basket.
No foul.
Not able to finish. Not able to finish.
Marissa with it now.
Yeah,
Grace
but
is
she
going to
picks
get
it.
another steal. As they're letting them play now.
They're not really letting it play. She's just playing hard, man. There wasn't a lot of contact there. She just stole the basketball.
No call there either. It'll stay with Upper Sandusky.
Good job there of Bryn Cundiff taking the ball to the basket. Allie Ham's going to come back in with just about 3.5 minutes to go. She's got 4 fouls. So baseline out of bounds here. The Rams are up by 2.
Roman
gets
catch and
a
shoot.
good look, big shot.
Ellie Ham with a huge offensive rebound.
Good shot fake. Great shot fake. Just not able to finish it.
Bonham with it now for Riverdale. 48-46, 3:25 remaining. Thacker with it. Cundiff on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. It'll go to Upper Sandusky.
Well, one of the things with Upper Sandusky going to their man-to-man defense, it's put Scholl and Thacker out on the perimeter more, and they haven't been able to get in the lane or make those cuts in the lane. So long one-handed pass, Abby Newman.
Bryn Cundiff. How about the stroke that she's had tonight? And it's a 5-point Upper Sandusky lead. Timeout.
Yep.
Coach Bostic.
Bryn Cundiff, I believe that's her 4th tonight. So her 12 points are all from the three-point range. Started the game with 2 quick threes, and now hits a really big, big three here late in the fourth quarter.
A 32-point quarter for Upper Sandusky.
And the change has been that Coach Bent decided to go to his man-to-man defense, and maybe called on his team just to kind of have a gut check here. And his Ram basketball team has responded with a great effort here on the defensive end of the floor in this second half. So right now, up 5 with just over 3 minutes to go in the game. Let's see if the Rams can finish this out.
Mariah to Marissa. Back to Mariah Bonham.
Well, you said their Upper's man-to-man pressure has forced Riverdale out further than they want to be.
And the aggressiveness, the hard, the effort of the Lady Rams is what's been different here in half number 2.
Tough bounce.
Thacker's going to end up with it, nothing doing down low, and they're going to call that foul.
Thacker, a good effort there. Missed the shot and probably got fouled on the first one. They didn't call it, but didn't, as we talked about, going to the next play, just went right back and got the offensive rebound.
Now that foul is going to be on Bryn Cundiff. That's now her 4th as well.
Yeah.
Thacker to the line. Knocks down the first. Romick and Ellie Ham will check in. They're leaving Cundiff on the floor.
Well, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds, she's a veteran player. You're going to leave that player on the floor because she's been in other situations where she understands how to play with 4 fouls.
Thacker splits the pair. Romick with a great box out. That foul is going to go on Mariah Bonham. That's her third.
Yep. And team third.
Team third. So they still have two to give, we'll call it.
So Upper Sandusky's got to do a better job here of handling this full court pressure. Last couple times they haven't done a very good job of it. Good job of getting the ball to the middle of the floor and now getting the ball in their best players' hands. Big shot here.
Addie Newman. Don't leave her open from the corner, folks. Huge three from Addie Newman, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Well, I'm sure one of the things Coach Vent told them at the half, hey, we've gotten a lot of good looks from three. We haven't made them. We just got to continue to shoot them. And now in the second half, they've been able to make them. Big
Woodruff
shot.
says, I got one for you, too.
Yep.
54-50, and that's a huge three from Annalise Woodruff.
Yep. The sophomore, that's a big three. Cuts it back to a 4-point deficit here late in the fourth quarter.
And that's really been the difference in the second half. Yes, changing to man was huge.
Yep. Yeah,
but the other big thing is the shots, right? The shots that Riverdale was making in the first half, the putbacks, the layups, they're just not falling.
Well, yeah, they have. Well, and they haven't been able to get the shots in the lane like they did the first half. I mean, they forced Scholl and Thacker out on the perimeter more, and where they were able to get a lot of scores in the first half was, they would drive baseline and Scholl or Thacker would cut down the lane or be at the block. They pushed those players out beyond the 3-point line. 3 fouls on Riverdale right now. Upper's got to do a good job, as we said, of handling this pressure.
I tell you what I'm most impressed with, though, and we kind of talked about it before we even came on the air, the crowd on hand for a Monday night girls high school hoops game.
We forgot to mention that for a Monday night game over Christmas break, this is an outstanding crowd. So you got to give a lot of kudos to the Upper Sandusky Ram fans for coming out, and also for the Riverdale fans traveling here. So great job of supporting their basketball
almost
team.
gives it away. It'll be a jump ball. It'll go to Riverdale. So Riverdale gets a turnover. Possession goes back to them, and they can cut it to 2, maybe 3 right here.
And that full court pressure is given Upper Sandusky, problems here in the fourth quarter. They have not done a very good job of taking care of the basketball against that pressure.
Woodruff gets it.
Steps through.
Nothing doing, though. A shot that probably falls in half number 1 doesn't fall here in the third quarter. Grace has it now.
This is the person you want handling the basketball and directing your offense.
Minute 45 and counting. Newman.
I mean, this is where your veteran leadership, makes a difference.
And that's going to be the fourth team foul.
Fourth team foul. So no free throws yet. Minute 36 to go. Next one will be 2 free throws.
Riley McCreary will check back in, replacing Gottfried. Starters back on the floor for Upper Sandusky.
So a junior comes in for the sophomore.
Newman gets it to Grace.
Thought she might try to turn the corner there and lay it, but trying to use the clock right now. And what they're looking to do is get a layup or get to the free throw line right now. So Riverdale's got to come out and try to play them. Right there it is. So you're going to send Abby Newman to the free throw line.
74% on the year. The number 4 free throw shooter in the N10 you're now sending to the stripe.
And that's, we talked about one of the things is your seniors. So Abby Newman, Grace Walton, 2 seniors who have a lot of experience and understanding the game. And Abby with a big free throw here.
She got another one to get into double figures, to be the 3rd Lady Ram into double figures if she knocks this one down.
And they sub Abby Gottfried in for Bryn Cundiff. And you can expect that Abby's going to probably be matched with Bonham.
Effort by Ellie Ham ends up in the offensive rebound.
As we said one of the things that Upper has not done very well tonight is get second chance opportunities. That is a big rebound. And if you're Riverdale, as a coach, you just don't ever want to give up. Kind of one of the cardinal sins of basketball. You don't want to give up offensive rebounds off of a missed free throw. So great effort there to get a tip out and then to rebound the ball, and then Coach Vent using a timeout just to make sure that they're organized with what they want to do here with a 5-point lead.
And Ellie Ham gets that offensive rebound or gets that tip out. She's only got 2 points tonight, but she's done a great job on the glass, especially here in half number 2.
And that's why, we mentioned about seniors. She's a senior, has been through this, understands just what kind of effort it takes.
Condos gets it into Ellie Ham.
Yep.
That'd be a foul on Shaw.
Shaw calls a foul, so Ham's going to get to go to the free throw line. So as we said, one of the big differences with the rule change from a year ago, there's no more 1-and-1s. Everything's a 2-shot foul. So maybe not as much pressure, at least in your mind. If you miss the first one, you get a chance still to make the second.
As she misses the first there.
Just a little strong. Good thing is if you're a shooter, she shot it straight. So now this maybe needs to relax a little bit. Just get it over the front of the rim. And in and out, rolled out. Good effort there, though.
That'll be Riverdale basketball, though. Riley McCreary almost came away with it.
Yeah, Riley McCreary had a tip almost, but you can see Upper extending their defense a little bit here. And as we mentioned, the matchup is Abby Godfrey, who's done a good job of pressuring the basketball here. And here she goes. Forces her to use her left hand, which is good.
Woodruff gets it.
Good. Fights over top of a ball screen here.
Mariah, nothing doing.
Yep.
Nowhere to go.
Riverdale just struggling with this pressure. And as we mentioned, they forced both big post players out on the perimeter. Didn't get the box out there.
Nothing doing there. Woodruff ends up on the floor. It'll be Upper Sandusky basketball with 41 seconds left.
Yep. But we've said this full court 1-2-2 full court pressure has given Upper some problems. They need to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
McCreary gets it back to Bryn.
Yep, and get it in the hands of Grace Walton. That's the player you want to have handle the basketball.
Inside of 30.
Yep.
That'll be a jump ball.
Yep.
They're going to give Coach a timeout.
Yep. Coach Vent right in front of the bench called the timeout.
Now, here's the thing. I understand Coach Bostic is upset about not getting that jump ball call, but the possession arrow points to Upper Sandusky right now anyways.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right. But the other part is if they give it to him, then the next one would go
flips.
to you.
Yep.
But, I mean, if you had – well, that's Upper Sandusky's last timeout. So actually, I mean, that might be one of the things as you look at film that you address that you maybe didn't need to call that timeout. But Coach Vent's the one that called the timeout. He just wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be a turnover in that trap. I mean, so if you're Upper Sandusky, number one, need to get the ball in bounds. Number two, got to be strong with the basketball because you don't want to turn it over. And you're probably not going to shoot it unless it's a wide open layup or you're going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Because right now you're just playing against the clock. So there's no need to shoot an open jump shot. You can shoot a wide open layup. But your key thing right now, got to have the ability to get the ball in bounds.
30.4 seconds left, Upper Sandusky basketball. And again, the inbound is crucial.
Well, and you'd probably like to get it to Abby Newman or Grace Walton, two of your better players, especially free throw shooters. Yep, they're going to call a foul. That's a big turnover and even a bigger foul. Grace understands, though. I mean, the good thing is we said with Grace Walton, she doesn't fret about it.
Nope.
She made a mistake. She's going to go to the next play here. But the Falcons got a chance to cut this to a 3-point lead, I believe.
Just short on the first front rim.
I believe she's a 75% free throw shooter coming into the basketball game.
As Kinsey Shaw
big
checks
miss.
back in.
Right now you got to make sure you box out here and rebound this basketball if you're Upper Sandusky.
Second one's up, and that one's good.
And a 30-second timeout here by Riverdale. I think they may have one timeout left, possibly.
Yes, they do. They have one left. Upper's out, and that's big for Upper to be out because you don't have that timeout that can bail you out if you can't get a ball in bounds.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see if Riverdale comes tries to maybe face guard here to deny the entry, or if they allow the entry and just look to trap. As we said, Riverdale has had success with this 1-2-2 in the three-quarter court, that Upper Sandusky struggled a little bit with taking care of the basketball.
As I tell you what, I was walking before the game started. I was down in the concession area, down in the hallway, and Riverdale brought a bus that had the students that we have here to come to this game. So on a Monday, school's out. They're still making sure these kids are coming to watch their fellow classmates.
Yep, that is outstanding. That's one of the perks of playing basketball in North Central Ohio is you get a lot of fan support.
Watch for Grace Walton to kind of leak deep. It's going to get to Riley McCreary instead. She's going to get chased down and fouled. McCreary will go to the line.
Good job there of just being strong with the basketball.
2 big free throws here for the junior Riley McCreary.
I mean, just under 23 seconds to go, 4-point lead. Ideally, you'd like to get both of these, but you'd like to at least get one of them.
And that one's just long.
So they missed 3 straight free throws here. So we said she'd like to get one of them. So that's a difference of not having the one-on-one. You still get that second free throw. Yep.
And she nails the second.
So a 2-possession game, a 2 and a 3. Right now, if you're Riverdale, you just need a quick score. It doesn't have to be a 3, could be a 2. Screen there, Bonham with the 3 at the top, short.
Marissa's going to get herself 2, though, and that's
Top
effort.
Short.
Offensive rebound, 3-point ball game.
Marissa's going to get herself 2, though.
Left. Upper struggled these last 2 or 3 possessions at the line. Now they're crucial.
Yeah. I mean, again, the most important thing is here, you got to get the ball in bounds. So with 9 seconds, you would like to see somebody like Addie Newman or Grace Walton coming to get the basketball, get it in their hands, because you're gonna get trapped right away, and you're probably going to get fouled right away. So find a way to get the ball in your best free throw shooter's hands.
If you're Coach Bostic right now in this huddle, you're telling your girls those 2 players do not touch the basketball.
You're trying to deny it, and if you're Coach Bostic, you might look to trap right away and see if you can get a steal, and if not, if the ball gets out of a trap, you're going to have to foul right away.
Go with a line look here. Same action they ran last time.
Somebody's got to come to the ball. Oh, he turned it over.
3 ball, nothing doing. Ellie Ham's going to have it. They're going to call a travel. They're going to put time back on the clock. Official call to travel. They're going to have to put time back on the clock. We'll see what they're going to put back.
Coach Bostic not very happy right now because
they're going to put 1.2.
Thought the shooter got fouled on the shot here. But it's Riverdale basketball. So Riverdale, no timeouts. So these are situations you work on. Let's see what they do. They're going to need a 3 here.
Mariah to inbound. Woodruff back to Mariah. She got it off. It's front rim. No good. Upper Sandusky pulls it off at home. 56-53. We'll be back for our MVP interview and postgame show after this break.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Joe Balogh. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
Hi, I'm Joe Balogh. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
Hi, I'm Joe Balogh. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let's...
Josh Banks back inside the mountaintop with our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP. We spoke to her on Saturday. We're talking to her again. Senior point guard Grace Walton. We talked about it on the way up. Congratulations. A huge win for you guys.
Thanks.
24 points for you, 10 in the second half, but the big difference, and we again kind of spoke about it, was the second half defense. You guys went from your normal trapping zone to your man-to-man, and it really proved to be the difference maker. Riverdale couldn't really figure out what to do.
Well, Coach Venn, I mean, he's a man-to-man kind of guy, and we've just recently started, like, honestly, like in my junior year, we started to get into a lot of zone, and I mean, it's been working really well for us this year, and we've been creating a lot of havoc with that, but I mean, when we went to the locker room, I still think we're pretty confident in our man-to-man defense, and obviously I'm pretty sure that was the difference maker in the second half.
Absolutely, it was that. Rebounding, turnovers. You guys forced a lot of turnovers in the second half, but I think the big difference was your guys' shooting. Bryn comes in with 12. Ava Romix knocks down 2 big threes. Addie finishes in double figures. What was the difference for you guys? The first half, you couldn't really get anything to go. That second half, you come out, you're still confident. All the girls are still shooting the ball. What's it mean for you to have that confidence in them to know, hey, you missed 4 in a row, but I'm still going to trust you to knock down your next 3?
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, they're all great. I mean, I think that we're a very good three-point shooting team. And sometimes I just like to, you know, when I'm getting face guard, just like back out to half court and they'll play 4-on-4, and I completely trust them all to do that.
So tonight it was kind of one of those games where they face guarded you. Marissa Bonham does a great job face guarding you, and then Woodruff steps in. She does it as well. You still go for 24, and your first 4 shots were from deep three-point range. We kind of talk about it all the time. Most of the people that come in here and watch you play know that, hey, once you get to that volleyball line, you're kind of capable of hitting it. You do that one time tonight, you come down, nobody came out and guarded you, pull up from almost volleyball line, you drain it, and then the rest of the night they were right there as soon as you cross half court. What's it like for you? We spoke Saturday, your shots weren't really falling the first half of the season, and now you know you have 19 against Bucyrus, you come out tonight, you have 24, your offense is really starting to get going.
Well, personally, I think I consider myself pretty streaky, and I mean, I can get my head too, but I honestly, like, if I have an off shooting game, like I'm not worried. Like, we have plenty of girls who are perfectly capable of making, I don't know, like 4 or 5 threes, honestly, in one game.
So a big win for you guys tonight. Your next game is going to be another N10 game. You're going to get Buckeye Central here. Mm-hmm. What's it going to take for you guys to kind of relax, get yourselves ready to go back into N10 play, and keep battling for where you guys are right now at a position to go out and take an N10 championship?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a huge game. It really is. And obviously we got a day off for the holiday, but we're going to go in tomorrow on, you know, I mean, nothing crazy, but I think we just got to come back after the holiday ready and just prepare for Buckeye.
All right, Grace, you know the drill. Go ahead, look in that camera and give a shout-out to whoever and how many ever you want tonight.
All right, so my friend told me to shout out LeBron because it's his 40th birthday, right?
It absolutely is.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So, hey, that's our Quest Federal Credit Union, again, MVP senior Grace Walton. Congratulations on a huge win for you guys tonight.
Thanks.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479. You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479. You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479. You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479. You have better things to do.
Josh Banks back here inside the mountaintop for the Spherion Mid-Ohio post-game show, and an absolute thriller of a barn burner. Upper Sandusky comes back and knocks off Riverdale 56-53.
Well, kind of a tale of two halves, Josh. I mean, Riverdale pretty much dominated the first half with their ability to attack that zone and get to the offensive glass. And the second half, just shortly into the second half, Coach Vent goes to man-to-man and really, really forced Riverdale out of everything they wanted to do in their half-court offense. It forced their post players out beyond the three-point arc. Their guards, and really all five players did a great job of getting pressure on the basketball. And then the other important thing is they limited Riverdale to one shot. We don't have the official stats as far as offensive rebounds, but I'm pretty much going to guess that Riverdale did not get 16 offensive rebounds tonight like they had come in averaging, here so far this year. So a big non-league win for Upper Sandusky. This will be kind of a feather in their cap because you're going to anticipate that Riverdale is going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
And that's going to really help their RPI as you proceed to that date here in about, probably 5 or 6 weeks where the tournament draw is going to happen.
Before we finish up, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Chris.Daris, Edward Jones, Wilson Tire Company, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Quest Federal Credit Union, Sutton Bank, Home and Kitchen Supply, and Kimmel Corporation. Hey, you guys allow the coach and I to do this and bring this action to everybody live and free. And I think you're exactly right. And Grace Walton mentioned it as we were walking up to do her interview. She felt that man-to-man was going to be the way they had to beat Riverdale. And she feels that their man-to-man defense might be stronger than their zone.
Well, it is. I think Coach Vent's been a man-to-man kind of coach. I think he implemented that zone defense to be a little bit different maybe than they played. Also maybe to protect some of their teams. So right now it's a good formula to have because not only do you have confidence that you can play well in that zone, but you can also play well in the man-to-man, especially when you just had to go to it. So, they're kind of ending the 2024 on a good note here. And really looking forward to the start of 2025 when you get into that grind of the league schedule here in the N10 in January.
And their next game is going to be a league game. They're going to get Buckeye Central right here. And we're going to take a look at both teams' upcoming games as Riverdale is going to get Elmwood on the 2nd. Buckeye Central is going to come right here on the 3rd. Yep. Two huge games for both of these squads. But before we start rolling some credits, Coach, let's get some final thoughts from you.
Well, I mean, if you're Coach Vent, you got to be really happy. Just, you were down 14 at the half. I guess it would have been interesting to be in their locker room to kind of see what he said. But, you have some veteran seniors in Abby Newman and, Grace Walton, two keys, Ellie Ham. Those seniors have kind of been through a lot of things. So I'm sure they've been down in other games before and fought back. If you're Coach Bostic at Riverdale, this is kind of a learning experience here for you. You had control of the basketball game for the first 16 minutes, and then you just didn't do the things against Upper's man-to-man pressure to be able to finish the game out. So they will learn from this, and they'll be a factor in the Blanchard Valley Conference.
They absolutely will, and we're going to get the highlights rolling. And I guess the only thing I have to say is what a basketball game to end our 2024 on.
Yes.
And it's going to be exciting to see this Riverdale team develop and see where Upper Sandusky can go the rest of the year.
Yep.
So, again, as always, on play-by-play with me, my color guy, Mr. Joe Balogh. On camera, Brandon Powell. I'm Josh Banks. Everybody have a safe, happy new year. Get into 2025 safely. Enjoy it with family and friends. And we will see you guys all next time, live and free on the OH Report.